with the co-host and my tag team partner. Y'all give it up for the one, the only Alabama Church Girl. Say something to the people, Val.
Beep, beep, toot, toot. Hey, good people, it's your Alabama church girl here. First, giving honor to God, who is the head of my life. To all the leaders, saints, and friends, welcome, welcome, welcome on in. Tonight's gonna be a good night, JD. Look, we both suited up in our black sweatsuits.
I
We about to
see.
get into some things. You know what you know what it's like when you and your friend both get dressed up in your black
Mm-hmm.
jumpsuits. Something about to
Yeah.
go off tonight.
Look, I believe both of us are choosing violence tonight. But it's all good. This is one thing about spaces like this. We can disagree and push back on each other without being disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? So,
Amen.
me and Antionette and the Alabama Church Girl, we do a really, really good job at that, y'all. But listen, if you're watching on the replay, I want to go ahead and get y'all to hit the subscribe button. I want you to please like and share the video, comment down below in the comment section. We need y'all's help in the comments because we want to know what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? So, and if you're watching live, do the same thing for us. Do the same thing for us. Super chat button is active. So don't be ashamed to do that. Don't be ashamed to do that. Hey, how you doing, Miss Christian Robinson? Break every chain. Thank you so much for coming in. And I saw you on the community tab the other day. So thank you so much for joining us. It is so good to have you here. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into it. Y'all are looking at the title and you're looking at the thumbnail, and I promise you it is not clickbait. Usually I save the wait a minute. Okay, my bad. Had a little feedback going on. But usually I save the main topic for second, right? But this week we're gonna go in reverse. And we're gonna talk about this average thing. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about this first because that's why all of you are here. So, Alabama Church Girl, let me let me fill you in on where I'm coming from. So, as you are well aware, uh, there's been a lot of talk in these YouTube streets about average earners, high earners, average looks, above average looks, and all it is. Do you feel me? You feel me?
You see my eyes?
I see your eyes. So I have come to after doing a lot of research and listening to a lot of different spaces. It seems as if, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, it seems as if average people don't want to be with average people. First of all, let me throw this out there. Being average is not an insult. That's first. Because most people in the United States are average. Most people are average earners. Most people are average looking. That's why it's called average, because it is the majority. But it seems as if a lot of women don't want average men. It seems as if a lot of women these days are saying that they are too good to be with somebody average, an average man, an average earner. And I think part of the reason is I put a post up in the Facebook group the other day asking if people thought that social media ruins relationships, and I have gotten a overwhelmingly yes from people who agree with me or who think that social media ruins relationships. And I also think that in these modern times, so to speak, that we have so much access to so many different people and so many different things and so many different ways of life to where a lot of people think that average is something to look down on. So ultimately, if you hear a lot of ladies say what they want, a lot of times they will want an above average earner in a man. And that leaves a lot of average men out by themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because if the majority of the average men are not good enough for the women, then what are we gonna do? What do you think, Alabama church girl? Are you with me or are you against me on this one?
I'm both.
Both. Okay, I can dig that. I can dig
Both
that. What are
because
your thoughts?
JD, I excuse me. I do think that social media plays a part,
Mm-hmm.
but I also think this so-called reality TV plays a major part too.
Mm-hmm.
Because first of all, most of us are not exposed to the top percentage of earners,
Right.
male or female. But
Mm-hmm.
when you see others who are exposed and you see how it's glamorized and how it's put out here and panderized before us, then that's what makes people desire and covet that type of lifestyle. And they see what they do to those people do to get to that type of lifestyle. So that's
Right.
where the social media comes in, reinforcing the message. Oh, go get this surgery and hang out at these spots, and you got to have this type of makeup on, and you got to boost this up, and you got to poke this out. And, and it's just like that's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. I
Yeah.
really do. I'm an avid believer that what we gain in life starts with who we are in life. And go ahead and put it down. You were supposed to drop bars on that, JD.
There it
what,
is.
what we gain in life starts with who we are in life.
Big
And I
bars.
do believe in the law of attraction. And where you are in life, most like you just said, most of us are on the average level. We're not in the top 1% of earners. And I'm going to always debunk anyone who think, well, I'm a high earner. Really? Compared to who? When you start sitting on the stage with Jay-Z and Jeff Bezos, then we'll talk. Otherwise, shut your mouth. Don't sit here and make yourself look stupid. Just don't do it.
You are 100% right, and I really think that a lot of people these days have a
Inflated
cele-
view of themselves.
you took the words right out of my mouth. A bit of an inflated view of themselves. And shout out to Miss B Finesse. Please keep the likes up if you are in the chat and watching us
Sure,
live.
sure.
That really helps us out. But yeah, I do think that a lot of people have an over inflation of themselves. What's going on, Antoinette? Thank you so. Not Antionette is usually on the panel. This is another friend of mine, Antionette. Thank you so much for joining us. But I think that people do have an overinflated value of themselves, and seeing so much of social media, and uh, I think we see these people who live this kind of lifestyle, who's living up here, and it makes other people want to live up here too. Because I was having a conversation with somebody very special to me the other day, and we were talking about the whole average thing. Because Alabama church girl, I feel comfortable in saying that you probably grew up a lot like I did. You know what I'm saying? Because back in the day when we were growing up, we were good to get to go to the swimming pool in the summertime. It was really something if we got to go to Disney World or Six Flags or anything like that. But now people think that they have to travel the world, and if you're not going out of state, or if you're not traveling miles, or going on a plane to
Around the
go some
world.
around the world, they think that you're not doing anything. And I think that plays a big part in the reason why our community is the way it is now. And also, we see these big ballers, the shot callers, and a lot of ladies, let's just be honest, want to live that kind of life, right? And then, with the access to social media, you can get flued out. You know what I'm saying? The average girl from Montgomery, can get linked up for with a
Boosie live and
yeah,
say, show it off, show it
exactly.
off, show it off.
Exactly, exactly. So I think that that plays a really, really big part in it. And then used to you only had access to the people that were in your community. You know what I'm saying? You only had access to the people that you grew up with, the people you went to school with. Now you have access to people all over the world right at your fingertips. Like you can inbox somebody that has a blue check on Instagram or Twitter, and they might respond back to you. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Chances are a lot of times they might not, but they could.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people have had, people respond back to them and get flued out. You know what I'm saying? So, what do you think about that, Alabama church girl?
You would ask me when I'm trying hard to bite my tongue.
No, don't bite your tongue tonight. Now, don't bite your tongue tonight. We
But I
getting
think
into
you're
it
right.
tonight.
I
Say
think
again.
you're right. I think you're right. That people do have more access. And one of the things, I don't know where we lost that desire to just become more than average within ourselves. I Yes, I did grow up in a middle class household. My mama was a nurse.
Mm-hmm,
My daddy, he worked as a counselor at a juvenile facility.
mm-hmm,
We're average. We are average. We moved on up out the projects into a neighborhood, and just lived the average life. But my mom, and dad always, 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 always encouraged us to be excellent in whatever we did. And that's how you become more than average, is to be in excellence within yourself. So I think that with where we are now, most of our millennials are afforded the opportunities that they have because their parents grew up under that same understanding of, I am here to present excellence to the world. And with me presenting excellence, I can afford my child an opportunity to do way more, far more than I've ever experienced as a young kid. So,
mm-hmm.
our millennials are growing up flying around the world and traveling and enjoying life. But I don't know if we have failed them by not instilling that desire to present excellence to the world from within themselves, not just to live off the excellence that your parents have created for you or your family has set up for you, but to create more excellence from yourself, and not having to glean it off of what somebody else has done and what they have accomplished, but to accomplish that excellence yourself. And I think that's where we're lacking in our community. And
Mm-hmm.
those of us who have been taught to present excellence, we're not looking. Good evening, Sack. We're not looking to get a handout. That's what, and honestly, I think that you begin to value and you look beyond what that exterior and the outer man is presenting, and you do begin to look on the heart of who you are partnering with when you're not looking for what's in their hands. You can
Mm-hmm.
go deeper and find out what's in their head, what's in their heart. How do they really want to raise children? Are they quick to anger? Do they talk too much? Do they afford you the opportunity to just be silent and let the Lord speak? Those type things. When we're not just looking for what's in their hand, what you got to give me today, Poppy? That type of thing.
Yeah, I feel you, and I agree with everything that you're saying, but I, I my biggest hang up is that a lot of people don't want to get to all of the other things that you were speaking about unless what they have in their hand is on point, so to speak. I like what Antionette Gladys says. She says, "I don't feel that men want above average. I believe it's the woman that seek above average men when they haven't done the work to deserve or keep a high value man." Wait a minute. I gotta go. Bars. Bars again. Bars again. And see, I think that back in the day, we used to focus more on the good things, like you were talking about. How are you raising, how you want to raise your kids, how many kids you want to have, what kind of belief system that you were brought up in. But now it's all about what can you do for me. And if you're not bringing X amount of dollars to the table, then you're not suitable for me. And you will also hear a lot of ladies say that they don't want to be with a man that's not making as much as they are or more. A lot of women will honestly say that they cannot be or don't want to be with a man making average money unless he has the potential or the ambition to earn more. Prime example.
That's the part I want to get to, because
No,
that's what I'm gonna ask. What are your
mhm,
goals? And then I'm gonna ask you what your goals are, and I'm gonna look at what your behavior and your habits are, because your
mhm,
your habits are gonna tell me whether or not you'll ever be able to obtain those goals. Because we all have lofty ambitions, but what are we doing to progress
mhm.
in that manner?
Right, right. And it's absolutely fine. It's good to have ambition. Matter of fact, I I don't deal with people that don't have any ambition. However, that's not the majority. What if you were dealing with a man that checks everything off your list, hitting every box, right? But he's only earning $45,000 a year at the plant. You know what I'm saying? And he's cool with that. His bills are paid. He's taking care of himself. Uh, no child support, or if he is on child support, is paid up. Car paid off, and that's where he's going to be at for the rest of his life until retirement age. And the only increase that he's going to get is a 3% cost of living raise every year, or if he moves up in the plan.
See, that wouldn't fly for me.
It's exactly,
But it's
exactly.
not because of what he's earning, but it's
Mm-hmm,
because of what you put on the end, that he's satisfied with where he is.
mm-hmm,
He doesn't have the ambition and the goal. We would not be equally yoked, because for me, I want to leave a legacy for my grandchildren.
mm-hmm,
I want to prepare some things. So even though, I'm not making what I want to make, I want to be a millionaire.
mm-hmm,
I'm not there yet. So I'm going to continuously work hard to get there.
mm-hmm.
I'm going to do some things outside of just working.
Okay.
to get there, because my desire is to leave a legacy for my grandchildren. And if that's not what his desire is, he's content with just making sure his bills are paid, then he's not looking to the place that I'm looking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we wouldn't be equally yoked.
And I get where you're coming from, and your point is well taken. But that what you just said goes to prove my point. You know what I'm saying? Because believe it or not, it's a lot of people that don't have the ambition, or perhaps maybe they don't have the know-how how to increase their earning potential, right? So if you have a man that's cool with the plant job, and you have a lady that's working at the plant, and she's cool with the plant job for herself, but she don't want anybody else that's working at the plant. She wants this high earner, six-figure dude, you know what I'm saying, that's not on her level, so to speak, for lack of a better term, when there's somebody else that's suitable or that could be suitable right there in front of her face. Because let's
But
just be honest, the average is around 45,000 dollars. You might can go up to 50,000, and that's the average because that's the most. Why not put your 45 with his 45, and now y'all got 90 together and y'all having a good life? A lot of people
well,
talk about partnership in the 50-50. Why is that not an option?
well, now back to what you said about who she is in the plant. If she's in that same plant and she's content with just 45 and she's content with just paying her bills, they might be able to partner together. But I'm going to tell you something else. The CFO sitting up in the office that's making six figures or better might be content with her too, because there are a lot of men who really don't desire women with a lot of ambition because they want
True.
her to be able to mesh into what they have going on. Like, I don't need you to be busy because I'm already busy and I need you to be my partner in my business. So
Mhm.
that's a possibility as well. And something, I think Antionette was the one who stated that men don't want high earning women. I think that's what she said in one of the earlier comments.
Let me go back and see.
Not all men. Some men do, but not all men. Yeah. I don't feel that men want above average. Because most above average women are very busy. Very busy.
Now, are we talking about above average just in earning potential, or are we talking about average in looks?
I'm talking about earning potential.
Okay.
Now, looks is something totally different now because a lot of these real good looking men don't be making no money. So I'm just gonna be
Wait, say that. Say it one more time for the people.
saying with my chest, they ain't making no money, girl.
Shit, Sapas. Now, wait a minute. Hang on. Time out. Time out. Flag on the
Yes,
play. Flag on the
sack,
play.
sack, yes.
I thought my phone was going off. Okay, check this out. And Sack Pace, I want you to put this in the comments if you're still watching. I need your help. Somebody told me that I was butchering your name. Somebody told me that it's not Sack Pace, but it's Sapase. I'm not sure if that's right or not. So I need you to put it down in the comments if we're butchering your name or not. But I want to read your comment. He says, "Should the way he spend money play a factor? Absolutely. For
Mm-hmm.
X, some can earn more and have bad habits, whereas someone who is average is more responsible, bills taken care of. Exactly." Exactly. You're absolutely right. I mean, you can be a six-figure earner and still be broke and not know how to manage your money. So I think you're absolutely right. I think that does play a big part in it. Hey, y'all are blowing the comment section up. Thank you so much for that. Miss Christian Robinson says exactly his purpose. That means he's not God fearing because your job and your work are different. Okay, go ahead.
The way, getting back to how they spend, I think it's just totally unattractive to see a man that just needs to always have the latest pair of Jordans, always got to get the latest car. This car, I got to put all these gadgets on my car, and I got to have the latest gaming system. That's idiotic to me. It's immature and it's unattractive. Because
Mm-hmm.
at some point you got to stop getting gadgets and stuff and start putting up some stocks and bonds for your future. um we can't, you only gonna live in this life for so long, and then if you
Mm-hmm.
really are out here on your hustle and on your grind, you honestly don't have enough downtime at home to just sit around and play with these toys that you are amassing. So so why do you need it? You don't. I think that's idiotic.
Exactly, exactly. And Sapa say thank you so much for getting me straight on that. I will not butcher your name
Oh,
anymore. So it's not Sack Pace, it's Sapa say.
okay.
So thank you for clearing that up for us,
Come on,
and I
Creole.
thank you for the one that corrected me on that offline. But yeah, you're absolutely right. um, a lot of people ask me, well, did you catch this show? Did you? I don't watch TV because I don't have time to watch TV. You know what I'm saying? I'm always busy. I'm always on the go. And when I'm not busy, I feel like I should be busy. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, this stuff don't come easy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But I like what Antionette Gladys say. Why is it okay for the woman not to be where she wants to be, but the man has to come with it all figured out? That's
I don't
another
think it
point.
is okay.
Well, is I don't think it's okay either. But Alabama church girl, you know what I always say.
Mm.
You're one of the ladies that's over here. But the majority of the ladies are over here, and they think that a young man coming straight out of college, needs to be making six figures. He needs to have his own place, car paid off, all of this. You would be absolutely surprised to hear what college age women are expecting out of college age men. And it's just ridiculous, it's asinine, and it's unrealistic, because if he's coming out of college just like you are, then how can you expect him to already have the job experience, already have the job, and doing well in the job? And that's why I say a lot of times, and I believe a lot of people would agree with me, that men shouldn't even start considering marriage until around 30 or 35. Because in 2021, going into 2022, let's just be honest. If you're a man and you're seeking to be married and want children and want a woman that's halfway, halfway has a head on the shoulders, right, then you have to have some resources already. And you're not going to start getting that earning potential going really well until you get some experience, right? And start moving up the chain a little bit. And that starts happening around 30 or 35. And that's why I always talk about age gap dating. You know what I'm saying? If a lady wants a man that's already established, then when she's 25, she needs to be looking at a man that's 30, 35. You know what I'm saying? What do you think about that?
I can agree with that. We also have to factor in trust fund babies are they do come out of college with resources already. Um, so that may be why you have some college ladies that have these high expectations. Because there are some trust fund female babies too. Now
Mm.
I want to be fair. I wanted to go back and be fair on the toys and the trinkets. Ladies, we're guilty of the same thing. Always got to buy the latest wig. Always got to have the fresh purse. All this, no, sweetie. There is only you can only wear one purse with one outfit, and 9 times out of 10, you're not going anywhere but to Walmart or to the mall. You don't need a $50,000 purse on your arm. You stupid.
Mm-hmm.
I said it. That's stupid. Girl, stop it. Stop. You need to stop doing it to your own self, and you need to stop expecting a man to do that for you, because that's idiotic. It's a waste. After so much,
Mm-hmm.
it's a waste. It's nice to look at, but it becomes a waste after so much. The latest watch, and I got to have the latest bag, and these new Louis Vuitton shoes, knowing they hurt your feet. Just stop.
Right, right.
But
And I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But
Finish your thought.
like I said, we have to factor in that some of these trust fund babies are coming out of college with resources, and so they're expecting a lot of people may be expecting, or other young ladies may be expecting all college males to come out of school and graduate with all these resources. When that's just not going to be the case. That's why we have to. It's God. Man looks on the outward appearance, sweetie. God looks on the heart, and you got to get into your godness and look into the heart of this man, see where he's going. Because I don't think a Barack came out of college with a bunch of resources, not the way Michelle told the story. But look at what
Mm-hmm.
Michelle and Barack are at this point in time in their life. Um, Will Smith doesn't tell a story of being a trust fund baby, but look at where him and Jada are at this time in their life. You know, all these people that we look to as relationship goals, they didn't
Mm.
start out where they are now. Even Jay Z. Now I believe Beyonce was a trust fund baby, but Jay Z wasn't.
Right.
And
He had to get it out the mud.
yeah, and he's a billionaire.
Mm.
So, you know, you have to really listen to the heart of what this person desires and their behaviors and their habits and their attitudes, how they respond in the world. Those are the things that really look at the character of a man and not just looking at the bank account of a man. Because, you know, money, currency flows. It could be with you today and with somebody else tomorrow. That's just the way life happens. But you really want to look at how is this person establishing life, not just for themselves, but for the people that are close to them. Are they maintaining good relationships with their family? Because what you're trying to get into is a lifestyle with this person. Do they maintain healthy friendships? Are they do they have children already that they have a healthy relationship with? Those are the things that we really should be looking at, not necessarily just what's in their bank account. Now, I'm not saying to look over, but I don't think that's the only thing or the first thing that we should be looking at.
I agree with you 100%. And I think that we would start to see a change in our community and the marriage rate start to go back up if more people would realize this. And just like Sapase said, people watch too much TV and live on social media thinking you're in your 20s and you'll have everything. And that's just not the case. You know, it takes time, and unless you are a trust fund baby, it takes time to hone those skills to be a high earner. You know what I'm saying? And I also think that a lot of people don't really have a good handle on how many people are really average earners and how many people are high earners, right? Because anybody that's earning over $100,000 a year in America, you're in the top 10% of earners in America, not in a certain region, not in a certain geography, in America. If you're earning around $75,000, you're in the top 15%. I remember not long ago, one of my friends from work, she just bought a house, just closed on a house, and she came back into work the next day after working with the mortgage lender. She said, "Hey, you by yourself, you earn twice of what most people earn that I deal with." You know, and I know how much she makes, but she was really taken aback because she thought that everybody, not everybody, I mean, of course, not everybody, but she thought that she was doing bad, you know, by herself and, you know, disposable income and all that stuff. But I mean, once we talked about it and actually put it in perspective, that the majority of Americans don't even have $1,000 in an emergency fund. If you have $1,000 in an emergency fund, you're already doing better than over 50% of other Americans. You know what I'm saying? We don't realize how many people are really living an average lifestyle, living paycheck to paycheck. And then another thing too, you know, a lot of people are guilty of going on these struggle vacations, and I know men do it too, but I think it's more popular amongst females going on these struggle vacations, and you got 7 women in a double queen hotel room, and they're going around taking the pictures with the bags and posting them on social media when some of them are sleeping on the floor at night in the hotel rooms to even get on this trip. Am I lying? Tell me if I'm lying, Alabama Church
No,
Girl.
now listen, you must have saw my social media this weekend. You must have knew I was with my sisters this weekend. But no,
No,
we share a room because we really do love each other. Well,
Mm,
neither one of us gonna sleep on no floor.
mm, I feel you. I feel you. Let's
No,
see.
but you are right though. There are, and then now this is one. This is the part that I really. I ain't trying to judge nobody, but I just don't understand how you go on a wing and a prayer with a one-way ticket, expecting somebody to get you back, expecting to have your drinks and food taken care of when you get there, girl. No, ma'am.
Mm-mm.
No, ma'am.
Not going down like that. Not even a
No,
little bit.
it's not smart. It's not wise. And why would you put yourself in a predicament to possibly be taken advantage of or to be left out on your behind because you couldn't afford this?
Mm.
Don't expect this. Don't expect to have this if you can't afford it.
There you go. Y'all are saying something now, but it actually does happen. I see y'all laughing. Stop by saying Antionette laughing in the comments. Yes, struggle vacation. They are doing it. But Antoinette posed a question, and I want both of us to answer it. She says, "Do you feel as if women who have two or more children out of wedlock deserve or should strive for a high value slash high earning man?"
I want to hear your answer first.
Oh, I was about to say, yeah, I'm about to tell you to go
I
first.
knew
Okay,
it. I knew you were about to pitch me
okay.
that ball.
All right, I'll go first. I don't think I hardly ever go first. So, here's the thing: two children out of wedlock. Okay, um, this is gonna sting just a little bit, but it really depends on number one, the father of the children. If it's one father, two different fathers, it really plays a difference, right? Um, I'm gonna just be honest, and this is not any shots at anybody. I'm just telling y'all the way men think, especially men that don't have any children. Most women who are in a situation like that, two children is usually the most that they want. If a man is vetting a woman and he does not have any children, and a woman that already has two, well, I might do one more. At best, this man has to cut his legacy in half if he wants two or more. So the best that he can get is one child, and then has to raise somebody else's child. That's really not the ideal situation for that man. I'm not going to say deserve, uh, or if they strive for it, they need to be prepared to know that that man is going to want something in return, right? And for high earners or high value men that are in the top 10 to 15%, let's just be honest, they have more she says two different baby daddies. Okay, that makes it a little different. Those types of men have options, and those types of men would usually rather deal with somebody that does not have children, that wants to have children, rather than dealing with somebody that already has children and he may or may not get any kids out of the deal. 54 54% of black men are single and childless, right? 64 About 61% of that number is already in the upper middle class. So I mean, men want to be married and men want to have children. And again, it goes back to the caliber of the two different fathers. If they're Pookie and Ray Rays, then chances are that man is not going to want to deal with that. And it might be in your best interest if you're in that situation to maybe go for somebody that's more of an average earner that might already have kids that don't want more kids. Yeah, I'm trying to I'm trying to say this to where it doesn't sting too bad because that word deserve is a little bit
I'm caught
harsh.
up on that word too.
Yeah,
That's
that
why I
that,
said
that
you
word
go first.
deserve is a little bit harsh, but or should strive for. I think that you should strive for somebody that has a head on the shoulders, that's willing to be a stepfather, and that maybe has kids and don't want kids already. I'm gonna just be honest with you. I'm not signing up for that deal. I'm just not gonna do it because that's my preference. And if, especially if the fathers are um, men that like to start drama and immature and don't take care of the kids already, I'm not about to sign up for that deal. And I think I feel confident in saying that a lot of other upstanding men wouldn't sign up for that deal either. So I don't think that that should be the main goal for a high earner or a high value man. The main goal should be somebody that's able to take care of themselves, that's a contributing member of society, and if he's walking and if he has the right action of his limbs, then I see you. I see you, Alabama church girl. If he has the right action of his limbs, yeah, there you go. Go ahead and smile. If he has the right action of his limbs, then that will be a good fit for you. What do you think, Alabama church girl?
So I always like to be fair. And I told y'all I grew up in a Pentecostal church. So since I have evolved, I've been delivered from judgment. Um, the first way I want to look at that question, I have to say, let's read the question. Do you feel as if women who have two or more children out of wedlock deserve? I told you I highlighted that word because that word is on the judgy side, or should strive for a high value, high
Oh, my
earning
bad.
man.
My bad. I'm sorry.
I had it stored in memory.
Hmm.
I would say, Antoinette, let's switch your words around. Do you feel as if men who have, you keep, come on now,
Oh,
JD, work with
my
me.
bad. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you feel as if men who have two or more children out of wedlock deserve or should strive for a high value, high earning woman? And I will say this, every situation is different because all people are different. I don't think it should matter how many children a person has. Some people have preferences, just like JD just expressed. So, aside from your personal preferences, whether to partner with someone who has children already or not, I don't think it should matter. That shouldn't be the focus. The focus should be on who this person is. Because I'm going to tell you, I just spent my weekend with some dynamic women who have passed. And some are single mothers not by their choice, but because of failed relationships, failed marriages, and now they happen to be single women. But we just spent the weekend with one of our friends who is about to get remarried. She's coming to this new relationship with four children from previous relationship, previous marriage. Four. But guess what? She's a high value woman. Not just high earning. She's high earning and a high value woman. And guess what? Her husband to be is a high value man. And when I say high value, I'm not considering dollars and cents. I'm considering character. And he's also a high earning man. But he's coming to the relationship with four children as well. So both of them have some adjusting to do and accepting and appreciating their new family, their new blended family. 8 children, that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot of. But when you have high value in character, then I think you can overcome anything, any issue, even if it is a parent that is dramatic and not yet emotionally mature. I think you can overcome that when you really are have good character and you really love this person. You really see that this person loves you. We can get moved past some things and continue our life as partners.
I can dig that. And Sapase says he was waiting for your response. Um, I think that I agree with everything that you're saying. I think that the notion is that in most situations, you don't hear men really saying that they desire a high value woman or a high earning woman. You typically hear the notion that women want a high earner. And I
But
got I got a video I wanna play that I want us to react to too. The scenarios is a little bit different, but I think that the thing about and me personally, I'm a proponent of don't have kids until you get married because then you will eliminate a lot of these problems. But I think that the notion is that a lot of women think that they are, and y'all let me know in the comments if y'all agree with what I'm about to say. I think that the notion is that a lot of women think that they are entitled to somebody that's high earning. I think that's what the notion is, regardless of how many kids they have, regardless of the situation with the child's father, regardless of what she's done in the past. A lot of ladies think that they are automatically entitled to it when
but I
they haven't
don't
required that in the past. Go ahead.
that that perspective, in my opinion, puts the man as a prize.
Mm.
And I don't ascribe to that ideology. That I think both people can be a prize to one another. And to say, well, she's in whether or not she's entitled to a high value man because she has a child from a previous relationship. There are plenty of men who have children from previous relationships and they can be high value, high earning. But are they not um can they not feel entitled to a high value woman, a top tier woman,
Well,
because now
see
they
that
have
that's
children? And
but see.
hey, listen, let's put it in perspective,
Mm,
because women see men's value as from your definition, women see men's value in dollar and cents. Men see women's value in erotic currency, right? All right,
mm-hmm.
so let's make it fair and balanced. Now that he has 6 kids out of wedlock, does he no longer is he no longer entitled to a woman of high
Did,
value with a
did you
lot of
say
erotic
six?
currency?
Did you say six?
Yeah,
Well, I mean, let's look at this thing. Because how many kids does Nick Cannon have now?
exactly. And I wouldn't be caught nowhere near him. And he's a high earning man, but I
But
don't
you,
consider
but
him
but you
high
see,
value.
but you see what I'm saying though. But it's still women that keep lining up. You see what I'm saying?
But they're there
And,
for the
and,
bag. They're not there
and
for him.
exactly, and that kind of goes to prove my point because women will look at the dollar signs more than because I mean the future. Look at how many kids Future got now, and women
Exactly.
keep lining up, and then they think they're gonna be different. No, they've
But
already
but
proven who they are, and women still want to line up for it. But on
but
the
my
other,
point is for partnership in marriage.
mm,
We're talking about those who are desiring to marry, right?
right,
Those women that are lining up for Nick Cannon, they're not lining up to marry him. They're lining up to have another baby, which equates to another bag. They're not
they
lining up to be a life partner with him, to see him to his days end and he takes his last breath, and they plan out his funeral arrangements, and how to divide up the estate with the children. They're not lining up to do that. That's not why they put that bid in the hat.
that okay. That might be true to a certain extent, but I think a lot of those ladies think that they're going to be the exception. Kind of
I don't
like,
think so.
kind of like,
I don't think so because
what
they are agreeing to have babies at the same time. They know they're not the exception.
what's the lady's name that we were talking about a couple weeks ago with the baby? Not the baby, but the baby, the
Oh
rapper.
yeah,
That Danny,
Danny B.
that hang on. Danny Lay. Well,
Okay,
however you say it. I think that she thought that she was going to be different whenever he had already proven his track record. I think that the difference is between men and women is that women will look at those dollar signs first and look past the rest of it. When men don't really place what a woman earns at the high, at the top of his list of what he's looking for. You understand what I'm saying? But a woman will still, if a man is a high earner and high value enough, regardless of how many kids he has, she will still go after that man just because he's a high earner or quote unquote high value. It's
but
not
that's
the
what
same.
I'm saying. Miss Christian Robinson, I totally agree with you that people evolve, and then sometimes people find themselves in situations that they never really intended to be in. They try to stick through and stay with, even though it's a mute situation. So now I have these kids, I can't give them back, but I want to move on with my life. Because I was a woman who had a child coming into a new relationship as a single mom. And my ex-husband is very he is not emotionally mature yet. So he brought a lot of drama to the table. But that didn't mean that I personally could not am not worthy of a great partner. No.
Mm.
So, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. And I'm sorry, Miss Antoinette, I definitely did not like that word deserve because
Oh, hang on. Wait a minute.
thank you. Thank you.
I didn't put that one up earlier, but she said remove the word deserve.
Thank
But
you.
y'all, if y'all are still watching, I need y'all to go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I did drop the link. I dropped the link down in the chat, so if anybody wants to come up to share their thoughts or add to the discussion or anything, please feel free to do so. I will absolutely bring you up. But I don't know, Alabama church girl. This might have to be one that we agree to disagree on because I mean just from what I'm seeing, this is just from what I'm seeing. And then another thing too. Let me say this. I think that a lot of times women think that we value women the same way that women value men, and
No.
that's
Some
not
of us are
necessarily the
very
case.
clear that men value women on their erotic currency. Some of us are very clear. And
That's the first. That's the
wo-
first thing.
a lot of these women that are out here tuning it up on Instagram and making it look good and ooh la la and the guys, they are very clear that
Mhm.
men value women in erotic currency. They will go all the way across the water to make sure their body is together because they're gonna get a high earning man because he values that woman based on her erotic currency. They're gonna make sure they hook him because
Mhm.
that's where his treasure lies, in his
And,
eyes.
and but you know what though? I gotta be honest. The IG models, the ones that are tooting it up, especially like really, really high value men, those are the ones that don't tend to get wiped up. To me, those are the ones that tend to be used for fun, right? And I'll just be honest with you. Most men, especially high value men, men that don't want to be embarrassed from what their lady is posting on social media, a lot of men won't even deal with women if they're really active on social media like that.
Have you heard of a girl called Portia Williams?
Hmm.
Okay,
I
I rest
have.
my case right there.
Real Housewives of Atlanta. Look how she moves, though. Look at the way she moves.
Exactly, exactly. And the men that she is entertaining right now are high earning men.
High earning men are high. No, I'm not gonna say that word. I'm not gonna say that word. I'm gonna say that word. High earning men are high earning simps.
They got male parts.
High earning simps.
They have male parts.
High. Okay, high earning simps. We'll go with that. We'll go with
They have
high
male
earning.
parts. So they are a part of your community. Whether you want to claim them or not.
What the simps are part of our community?
Yes, and you know what? You got hey, you got to take the good and the bad. If I got to accept the SLUTSs, you got to accept the
Wait. No,
SIUTSs.
who said you had to accept that?
Hey, they are part of my community,
Mm,
and I have to accept it.
Antoinette is
She is
right.
me.
The IG models aren't wives.
They're not, but they get wifed up.
Who was
I
Portia?
just gave you an
Por,
example, JD. Come on,
but
talk with
Portia,
me. Keep up,
Por,
keep up.
Portia is not what I would call an IG model, though.
What is she doing? Have you seen her IG page?
I don't know.
Go
I'm
look it
gonna
up.
bring, I'm gonna bring it up. Okay, so yo, this conversation is getting good. We got another topic we wanted to bring up. Antoinette says men will sleep with the IG models, etc., but won't marry them. Exactly, that's my point. For especially from a man's perspective, and if you have enough money, you might fly them out, but you're not going to marry them. Sapase says simps make us look good at the end of the day, so I don't mind them sticking
You know what? South I say you got a good head on your shoulders. I need to meet you in person.
out.
We can be friends.
Hey, he got a point. He does have a point. But I also think that the simps uh, help contribute to this bad behavior that goes on in our community. Y'all, I saw a video not long ago. I need to find it. A dude going around giving women money to lick their toes and to suck their toes like random on the streets. It's simps like that yeah,
No.
exactly. It's people like that contribute to the bad behavior. And I'm gonna look up Portia's Instagram and check it out in just a second.
Quite
Just for,
entertaining.
huh?
Quite entertaining.
It is. Is that what you're saying? Portia was on the IG model when she married Cordell. You talking about
What
the
was she?
football
She was a
Cordell
video
Stewart?
girl. She was a video girl.
Was she?
Yes.
How old is she now?
40.
My lord. My lord. You know what? It used to be a time where the
I see
40-year
somebody
old
done read the book.
no, not me. I don't I I just don't. You know what I'm saying? But I remember when 40-year-olds were in the church fixing communion and all that stuff. Now 40-year-olds
Get
twerking,
flued out.
getting fluid out, twerking better than 20-year-olds. I done lost my train of thought.
I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. We just
Come
having
on, let's
fun.
bring it back. Let me get the
We
Bible
just
over here.
having fun. We just
Get you
having
back
fun
together.
while we have the conversation. This is another thing that I wanted to bring up, and then we'll go ahead and talk about our next topic for a few minutes. So Kendra G did an interview recently with the City Girls, right? And Kendra G, if I'm not mistaken, is 40 or about to be 40 or in her early 40s, somewhere around there. Are you familiar with Kendra G,
Mm-mm.
Alabama Church Girl? Well, she's a radio host out of Chicago. They have a really popular show, and she does a show on Facebook and Instagram called Kendra G Dating. And it's really, really entertaining. You should check it out sometime. But Kendra G did an interview with the City Girls at a show in Chicago recently, and the City Girls was giving Kendra G dating advice. This was the worst thing that could ever happen. So Kendra was saying, if I'm into a dude or whatever, I can buy the plane ticket and pay for my room to go see him or whatever, 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 whoop de whoop de whoop. And they were like, oh no, you should make him pay for it. You should make him pay for the room and da 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 da. And Kendra was like, well, I don't agree with that because if he pays for it and we just getting to know each other, he's gonna expect something when I get there. But if I pay for it myself, then he won't expect anything, whoop de whoop de whoop. So
I don't agree with either one of those.
you don't agree with flying out to see nobody?
Mm-mm. He gonna fly to me. If we are long
I can
distance,
dig
he gonna
that.
fly to me.
I can dig that. I can dig that too. But they went on to say, oh well, he has to be high value enough, and if he's really this type of dude, then he should pay everything because you might just be wanting to go for fun and might not be interested in him for real. So why would somebody average expect a high earner to do all of that and you just want to go have fun? I mean, high value or not, there you go. Those people over here. But I think that the majority of the women are over here with the City Girls and not over here with what Kendra G. I know a lot of people.
You just use some terms.
Okay, I think that the City Girls are a lot of women have that City Girl mentality. That's what I think.
I don't think so, JD.
You don't think so?
Remember, you
What do you
remember how
think?
you use the term for the men that you don't really like to claim in your community?
Mm-hmm.
It's some terms for these women that I don't really, they she is me, but she get down in a different way than I do.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the ones that are thinking like that. I don't think the majority are thinking like that.
Mm.
I mean,
I hope
and
you are
then
correct.
we're in a different age group too now because I'm in the 40s club, and me and my girlfriends we ain't thinking like that.
Shout out to L Nixon, the voice of reason in the building.
Good
Um,
morning.
uh, I'm not sure. I think we're headed in the wrong direction, and we need to do something different. But let me just put this disclaimer out there: do not take dating advice from the City Girls. Moving on. Moving
Okay,
on.
okay. Well, let me give you one too now.
Uh-oh,
Thank you,
uh-oh.
Sapase.
Sci-fi said 40 looking good. That's what's up. Shake my head. No, the City Girls are just more on the
More on the
media.
media.
Yeah, but they are not the voice for me at all. And
Thank you. Miss
I would
Christian, you all
really,
right with me. Break every chain, girl.
I
Break
know, right?
every
Yeah,
chain.
she all right with me too. City
So,
girls now.
all right, you put your disclaimer out there. Don't take dating advice from the city girls. All right, you ready for
Mm-mm.
this?
I'm ready.
You ready? Don't
Mm-hmm.
take dating advice from Kevin Samuels.
Boo! Boo! Now, okay. Now, wait, hang on.
That man does
Uh,
not like women, and y'all need to
I
come and
disagree.
step into the light, Carol Ann. Step into the light.
I
That
disagree.
man does not like. Let me
I
shut up. Let
disagree.
me shut up.
I disagree. No, you brought it up, so let's go there. You brought it up, so let's go there. What do you mean? What do you mean he don't like women?
You keep listening to him. You're gonna find yourself not liking women either. You're gonna find yourself feeling like you'll be better off just choosing a man.
Sapase,
'Cause-
L. Nixon, y'all help me out. Y'all help me out. I disagree with that. I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
I'm okay with that. I'm
And
okay with you disagreeing. But I'm just
and
saying.
oh Jesus. Miss Christian Robinson, she just started
Kristen,
me
you
again.
my girl.
Yo, I know L. Nick said he was traveling, but oh, I need some help. Sapa say where you at? He said he was in the South. City girls everywhere. Oh, he's in South Florida. Oh
Yeah,
man.
that's their
Oh
stomping
man.
ground.
Man. I feel sorry for you down in South Florida, bruh. Dang.
They down there converting people. They're on their evangelistic journey
Yeah.
to turn everybody into city girls.
I'm a PhD. That's what L. Nick said. Do y'all know where that come from?
That KS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Hmm.
Shout out to the Godfather. So
Okay, keep on. Next thing I know, you gonna be over there talking about me and L Nixon in a relationship.
No.
Just invite me to the ceremony, JD.
I
I'm gonna
I'm
support
good.
you.
I'm good over here. I'm good over here.
Let me shut up, Jesus.
And L Nix, I feel confident in saying that he good over there. KS, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do a show on KS. Matter of fact, we might do it next week.
Okay.
What say you, Alabama church girl? You with it?
I'm down with it. Y'all are not gonna like me, and he definitely is not gonna like me.
No, it's fine. We're gonna go there. We're gonna go there. Exactly. If you can't talk bad about women, say marriage is not for you. But I think you will attract a woman. You know, here's the thing. Kevin Samuels, he actually is a proponent of marriage. You know what I'm
Well, that's
saying?
what he say out his mouth. Y'all better try the spirit by the spirit.
And L. Nick says he has helped some people to couple up. One YouTuber met her husband through him and got married. Absolutely.
So,
There's
so
a
did
lot.
Derek Jackson.
Who?
I said so did Derek Jackson. He helped a lot of people too.
My Lord.
Mm-hmm. Call him.
And, you know, KS he does some good, and I don't agree with everything that he says, but the majority of it, I mean, he's on point with a lot of it. I question KS at times. I'm sorry, JD. I'm more on Alabama church girl inside a bit. It's all good. It's all good. So I say everybody is welcome over here. All points of view are welcome over here. You know, we ain't gotta be ain't gonna call no names, but we can disagree and be respectful, right? Just like we
Amen.
doing, we having a conversation and bringing some fun to
Amen.
it. L. Nix, he says he loves women.
I need you not to be over there getting converted, L. Nixon. You
I
look like an
love
innocent
women.
man. We need
I
you in the community to help populate the nations.
I love women too. I do. I love women
Women,
too.
women.
He do talk crazy a lot. A lot. Sometimes he loses me. And you know, again, I feel you because I don't agree with everything he says either. I don't. But I I think that a lot of the things that he says I agree more than what I disagree. But I mean, I'm with El Nix. There are a lot of times that he loses me on some things,
So
but
I will say this because I'm gonna give him. I gotta give him credit and extend credit where credit is due. He has amassed a great following. Um, do you believe in the story of Satan in the Garden of Eden?
mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you believe of the story of Satan approaching Jesus in the desert
Yeah, I do. Mm-hmm.
when he says, "Turn these stones into bread"?
Yeah, when he was in the wilderness, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you believe that each time in each one of those instances he approached them with a word, but it was a skewed word?
Mm-hmm.
There was some truth to what he said, right?
Mm, partially yes and partially no. It was some
That's my
lies.
point. That's my
It,
point, JD. That's
it was
my
some
point. That's
lies,
exactly my
kind of.
point. That yes, Satan approached Eve with a, a half truth, and you can believe that half of the truth, but the other part over there gonna get you real messed up. Same thing when Satan approached Jesus in the desert, said, if you the son of God, then turn these stones into bread. You hungry, man. You hungry. You want to eat something.
But
He
you
approached
know,
him with a half truth. And if Jesus had followed his lead, he would have been all messed up. And that's the same thing I'm saying about KS. He got a following, and he got some half truths over there. He got the half of what he's saying is true. But keep following if you want to.
so I gotta read what L. Nick said. He says, "No, I'm an individual thinker. That following mindset is detrimental." He's absolutely
I agree
right.
with you.
He is absolutely right. Facts. The devil also knows the word. Now, here's the caveat to it. The devil knew the word, and Jesus knew the word too, right?
That's why you got
So
to try the spirit by the spirit, JD.
absolutely. Now, Jesus knew the word too. Even though it was some truth and some lies mixed up into it, Jesus already knew what the end goal was.
All right, you better
So
be
if
Jesus
you
then.
so if you know what the end goal is for you, just like El Nick said, an individual thinker, just take the meat and spit out the bones.
Okay, you better be like your brother Jesus.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm
Antoinette,
striving.
you're so pretty.
Yeah, y'all might not know. Well, I know y'all don't know this. I'm talking about y'all might not know this. Me and Antoinette, P Gladys, we go way back. We
Like
go
4 5.
way, yeah, we go way back. I'm so happy to see her here. Yeah, we go way back. I'll just leave it like that. Kevin is the GOAT. And look, wait. That's not a man saying it.
I know. I know.
That's a
You can
lady
you
saying
can
it.
get your big mic.
That's a lady
But
saying it, y'all.
y'all remember this?
Oh Lord, hey, I remember.
He
I
got this
remember.
kind of energy. He got this
We
kind of
ain't
energy.
going there. Y'all please do what Miss Beefness said. Hit the like button on the way in.
Even
Stop by say, y'all look. We just having a good time over here. And that's what we like to do over here. But let me put it up there just one more time. Antoinette says Kevin is the GOAT.
Antoinette, you are very pretty.
She says he's the GOAT. But yeah, we doing good over here. Kevin likes women. He holds us accountable. That's
Okay.
true. Now another thing is too, and I'm going to be doing some more reactions to it. Kevin holds men accountable too.
Okay.
Kevin KS holds men accountable too, probably more so than what he does with the women. because he spent several years talking to the men first. So I mean, he tightened up the men too. But let's see, we had an hour 20. Y'all, if y'all are new, if you're just coming in, please hit the like button. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Y'all, this conversation just got good. If you're new here, we usually try to keep these at around about an hour and a half. I had another topic that I wanted us to go into, but sometimes when the conversation gets good like this, sometimes we have to carry that second topic over to the next week. So I'm down. Antionette, what you mean? What you talking about?
I think
Oh,
they were
Antionette, that's why you
communicating.
use the words. Yeah, if y'all are new, please like the video.
I'm just
We're
gonna say,
gonna
Christian, you just read my mind today. You put all my thoughts in the comments.
wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where did it go? Uh, there you go. There it is. There it is. Put that right back up there for a minute. But y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap this up. I'll just go ahead and I thought I had a good segue earlier, but the conversation just got good. We were going to talk about is a good man good enough? I.e., why women don't go for the nice guy. So we might do Alabama Church Girl and I. We might do a short video to bless y'all with during the week or something like that. But we're about to get ready to get up out of here. Sapase says, I do like him saying for men to grind. He's gonna have dudes out working working the Mexicans.
Amen.
Yeah,
A broken clock is right twice a day.
there you go. Miss Christian says, I didn't mean to say deserve. Who are we to say who deserves what? I was wrong. Oh, see,
We accept it.
ain't nothing wrong with a little,
Amen.
accountability.
Amen.
We are family over here, y'all. All y'all my family.
Amen.
You understand what I'm saying? So
Amen.
I do appreciate everybody keeping it respectful in the comments. I do like y'all. I do appreciate y'all participating. It makes me happy, y'all. It makes me very happy for y'all to be here and for y'all to do this. But y'all, we will be back next week, same time, same place. We're gonna carry the second topic about nice guys over to next week, and if not next week, uh, we'll drop a short video on that comment later on in the week. Shout out to Sapase. Thank you so much for the
Thank
$5 super
you.
chat. He says respect to the OGs. Good live tonight. Thank you so much, Sapase. Thank you for allowing us to get your name right. And thank you for not putting us through the ringer for butchering your name, man. I'm sorry. I did not know. Thank you so much. But y'all, that's it. We're going to get up out of here. My name is JD, aka Mr. December. My birthday is coming up on Sunday, y'all. So if you got me on Facebook, if you got me on IG, send me a birthday wish. I would love to hear from you. Alabama Church Girl, do you got something you want to say to the people?
I have enjoyed this conversation. I've enjoyed the chat. Also, y'all are off the chain. I really do.
Right.
And Antoinette, I hope I had there's no offense because I did not mean it to be offensive. We just differ in our opinions, and it's okay. Okay, you're still a real
Yeah.
pretty girl.
That's what's
Anyway,
up.
JD, I have enjoyed once again, and I look forward to seeing you and Antoinette again on next week.
Absolutely. Y'all, it's been another episode of Love and Relationships. Miss Beef Finesse said it best. We are family over here, y'all. But thank y'all so much for joining us. It's your boy JD, aka Mr. December. Until next time.